Yeah, you ain't know? Listen, if you hear any noise or voices in the background, if you can and have the willpower, disregard it. All right, listen. This specific calendar day, at first, I wasn't going to make a video. However, I'm just like, let me drop this gem right here, right? So, here's a little something. Listen, because I got to thinking a little earlier, right? This calendar date, that I dropped this video, and you feel me? A little earlier, right? The thing with, certain individuals are receiving not so good karma, right? So I got to thinking, like, the universe is about mathematics. The Most High of all creators, basically reminded me and let me know that the universe is the biggest copying machine. Like, the biggest copying machine in the universe is the universe. So it copies, like, it's the biggest copying machine, okay? So that being said, the universe is mathematical, okay? So it kind of like mind boggles me, like, not saying mind boggles, just kind of like throws me, like, when certain ones like just be talking about like they assume that time doesn't exist. And and the thing is, like, you like, okay, look, when you get to receiving your karma, your not so good karma, because karma is like basically like the consequence of your actions, everything, okay? So like, if you keep talking about, if you assume that time doesn't exist and all that, you really believing in that, you plant a seed. You plan to get a orange seed, plant it. You keep talking about like time and you keep playing with that and all that. You feel me? Cause like, if you didn't know, I can see time. Okay. All right. And it's right here right here. I can see it right here. There's numbers that come out and stuff like that. Okay. Right there. I was getting it. Okay, it's right about there. Okay, so it's right here. You feel me? So the thing is, time does exist. Okay. So the thing is, this world doesn't run out of patience. Okay. So this being said, let me let you know this. Okay. The thing is about numbers. Okay. That's the whole part I was like to get to, and how the universe does the calculations depending on, because we talk about like the balance and everything. Things got to be balanced. Okay. How does the universe decide this? Okay. So you got numbers. Okay. You got the positive, then you got the negative, right? If you got mathematics, positive, two positives, okay, and then you got the negative, okay. So then how does the universe does this with everything? Okay, you feel me? So the universe basically uses energy, okay, and how individuals are treating someone, okay. So if you feel me, if you're doing, something positive, you feel me, you're treating somebody good, the universe, you feel me? So that's why, you feel me, individuals are getting back that same energy they had, okay. Okay, they've been putting out a lot of negativity and stuff like that. Okay, because karma's getting distributed out evenly. Okay, I'm the only one exempt from karma. Okay, unapologetically. Okay, there ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Okay, so just listen. Okay, because the thing is, you feel me? Dropping these gems, I know certain ones are receiving a certain type of karma that may even take them a lifetime to clear, okay? And certain ones ain't coming back to Mother Earth ever, okay? They getting kicked out of heaven, okay? They out of here, they through, okay? So the thing is, okay, for certain individuals, you feel me, this is basically individuals for those that would like to get into their higher timeline. Because those that get into their lower timeline, their south node, basically their karmic and things, you feel me, they haven't learned, lessons they haven't learned, they're going to be repeating those cycles for a very, very long time. And y'all thought this time was like pretty long. Okay, they're going to be repeating lessons for a very long time, okay? They haven't learned their lessons, okay? All them little, energy vampires and stuff like that, and people being clingy and people being codependent. No, the universe don't tolerate that. When a tree makes a tree, okay, that tree got to go and stand on its own. You feel me? You're not ever alone in the universe. You got to know that, okay? The whole universe is one being, okay? It's connected to everything. And certain ones that would like to try to experience separation and stuff like that, and then they get to try to forget and think they separate for everybody. It's like, you're not separate from all of us. Okay, you just want to be, you feel me, you just want to try to deny yourself, so you feel me, you getting a certain type of consequence, you getting a certain type of karma, and you can't see the higher timeline. You feel me? You feel me? So you got to break down, you got to basic individual, you got to start telling yourself the truth. Okay, all right, so the ones, you feel me, thing is, certain ones that you think is homeless or whatever, or certain ones, like, they kind of receiving the consequence of their actions. Okay, certain ones you just can't help. They'll get to begging for money and keep asking and whatever. If they ain't did nothing by then, or if they ain't did nothing before, or they just kind of the usual or whatever, it's just kind of like, that's kind of what they like to do. Okay, because like, if you ain't did nothing, like, you know, you paint, what do you do? Like, do you draw? Like, what do you do? I mean, you feel me? So everyone's just getting according to, you know, their, you know, certain ones are living a certain lifestyle. Okay, so the thing is, let you know, also the most high of all creators let me know, basically, sometimes the wisest thing you could do to somebody is leave them alone. Okay, so you feel me? So you feel me? You know, I set boundaries. You feel me? I got a big heart. It's just certain ones I don't let into my boundaries. Like, you know, no, like, you feel me? I love you. It's just, you feel me? Stay away from me. Back up. Yeah. I just don't kick it with you. No, you passed. Nah, you just, you know, I don't mess with that energy. You feel me? I don't tolerate certain energies around me. You're not just gonna lie to me and think that stuff's funny, and you're not just, you know, just, I don't be with all that ignorance. I just don't, you know. I know what innocent funny is, and I know when somebody's just trying to be straight ignoramus. Okay, and like I said, if you haven't heard this, okay, if you have a fragile ego, keep it pushing. Okay, these are for those that do their meditations, and you know, and basically we have a mature, you feel me, we're more mature, and we have more of a mature attitude, so we can talk about anything and not get offended. Okay, all right, so keep it pushing. Okay, all right, so here's a little thing I would like to let individuals know. Okay, so you got to know, like, the way you treating people is the positive, and how you feel me, sometimes you got to set boundaries. Some people are going to keep stepping on you. Sometimes you got to know, you feel me, when and not to keep getting pushed around, or somebody keep, you feel me, telling you what to do, however they not even keeping their word. You feel me? So that's the thing, you feel me, you don't want to keep learning unless certain ones like to feed off of your, like to feed fear, like to feed on your fear. Okay, you got to cut them off. Okay, yeah, you feel me? You got to be creative. You feel me? There's a lot of things you could do, like things that you see around your residence. Can you fix those things? Well, look online and stuff on how to fix them. Do it yourself. Then you're able to have that type of experience and get those tools. There's ways to get those tools for the low. Okay, learn how to fix it yourself. You feel me? Learn how to be independent. Okay, and then I would just like to kind of wrap this up, basically. You feel me? And let you know certain ones that if they would like to get into their higher timeline and stuff, and those that do prayer and stuff, prayer does work. Okay. All right, and you know, and who are you praying to? You feel me? Holy Spirit, the Most High of all creators. Okay, you feel me? Hey, you know, so here's the thing, you know, make certain, be certain, you know, you close it, you know, and you say, you know, in my true name I pray. You feel me? Because you're the one that praying. Okay, all right, and then you could say, you know, I use say Ashe of all Atim. You know, after I say that, then, you know, I give kisses to Father, Mother, God. You know, basically, you know, to me, you know, in a certain way. So, you know, anyway, and y'all, if when you know, you know. Okay, when you tap in, you know who you are. You know who you are. You feel me? So, thing is, this being said, okay, you can also, here's something you could call it. If you would like to, you could see if you certain way, because the thing is, those that keep babbling, you feel me, I know how high somebody's power level is. I don't care if you've been laughing long time. I know where people's power level is. Okay, so you could ask for a talent from your higher timeline, or you call yourself, you could pray for a talent from your higher timeline, or a gift that gets you into your higher timeline, or you could pray for, you feel me, a gift from your higher timeline, or a talent from your higher timeline and stuff like that. And you feel me, a gift that aligns you with your higher timeline, you could do that. You feel me? Or and call it, or even calling in too. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up right now. Okay, I love y'all. Find something safe to do and stay accountable.